what's up YouTube? This is FoxTail Digital coming to you again with Black Girl Stocks. And in this video, we're going to be talking about Tiblio's new options flow screener. This is one of my favorite new features that Tiblio's added this year, one of many. And option flow data is so powerful. I don't think that a lot of new option traders really know how useful this is. So shouts out to Tilbio for continuing to bring more profit to new traders. And if you haven't heard of Tiblio yet, it's an amazing online service that provides option trades throughout the day. If you've ever wanted to know where to find options or what to trade, this is definitely the place for you. So make sure that you scroll down and use my link below for 20% off of your first month of Tiblio. But first, if this is your first time watching this video, please make sure that you click that thumbs up button. It really helps the channel. Also subscribe and click that notification bell so that you get notified anytime I upload a new video for you guys. And we're in our second official month of the Discord group. So shouts out to everybody in the family. It's been so active, and from what I'm seeing from the profits page, it's definitely something for you to check out. So make sure that you scroll below and click the link to join my Black Girl Stocks options trading Discord, okay? If you've ever heard the term options flow, a lot of people call this following smart money. So the big player moves based on different things like contract numbers, size of the option orders, or unusual option activities, or even sweeps. And you can assume that the big players making these big moves have a good idea of what's going on in the market that we don't. And then you'll also see with Tiblio in a second that they actually let you know the amount of money that's been invested in each one of these positions. So more money, more problems, more moves, more volume. And speaking of volume is going to be key when you're doing technical analysis and just looking to anticipate the directional movement of a stock. But just using the stock volumes for options can be a little bit misleading. And when you only use stock option volume for trading options, that can lead to a lot of false trading signals. And if any of you have heard of or traded in dark pools, basically a dark pool is large orders on stock trades that are hidden from the public. So people like you and me in private exchanges. So that's what dark pools are. But large option orders cannot be hidden in dark pools, which is why it's the options for me. And so here's the process. Tiblio is going to receive data live from the stock market. So there's no 15-minute delay. And then that information is processed and posted to Tilbio automatically. Okay, so now we're here in Tilbio, and yeah, you see all of these screeners. This is the new one, options flow. So click that. Just looking at the page, you're gonna see a large list of option play after play after play. There's about 66 pages full of plays from the past couple of days, so that's pretty amazing. Now, what's gonna stick out first is this blue row with different option strategies. So you'll see calls, puts, verticals, and verticals means spreads. And then you'll see iron condors. And so you'll notice right now that they're all highlighted. So we're being shown plays from each of these. Now, what's nice about this is that you can actually deselect what you don't want to see. So let's say, for example, you only want to see calls and puts. So you can do that. Or you only want to see iron condors during earnings. Okay, so you have the freedom to choose whatever you want to look at. Going here to the actual columns that you'll see. So you see symbol. Okay, you already know what that is. This is going to be the stock ticker symbol that we're going to be trading options on. Next is the strategy. So the strategy column is going to tell us the actual strategy and the direction. Tilbio is really onto something. So Tilbio really made this easy by highlighting the direction of the movement. So for example, you see this call right here for HTA, buy the 37.5 strike call. And obviously we know that calls are bullish positions. So they're going to be highlighted in green. Then on the opposite, for the puts, here's a put with Apple. Those are going to be bearish positions and they're going to be red. The same thing is going to go for the verticals. Make sure that you follow the colors. And you're also going to see the strike price for the options that we're looking at. So that's what this 37.5 is. That's the strike price. This 155.0 put, that's the strike price that you're going to pick. And then I just want to go back to the iron condors and the credit spreads. So these are going to show you the strike prices that you buy and sell. This plus and this minus, these are going to be the strike prices that you buy and sell. Same thing for here. Now I have more detailed videos on iron condors and credit spreads, so I'm going to leave a link to that below so you can just kind of understand what we're even doing with those. If you don't know about that, make sure sure that you check out those videos before you actually start using this. If not, stick with the calls and puts for now, okay? Next, we're going to see the option expiration, okay? You already know what that means. That is the day that the actual option contract is gonna expire. Next up is the market side column. Now, this tells us what the bid and the ask spread of the contract was at the time that it was purchased. So this information is crucial, critical, very important. If the order was filled on the ask side, then that can indicate a sweep order where the buyer purchased all of the available contracts at that time, or they really just wanted it to be filled immediately. So a word to remember is positions that are purchased at or above the ask are very prominent moves. They basically wanted it to go through instantly. When you buy on the ask, it keeps the ball rolling, okay? Next, under the size column, you'll see the size or the number of contracts that were bought or sold. So you see here 3,500, that means 3,500 contracts were purchased. And next, the premium is going to represent the total amount that was spent on this order. So for example, you see 3,500 call contracts were purchased for HTA, and for this particular position, this person spent $17,500 on it. And then the last column is going to be the date, and that's going to tell us when the order was placed by date and time. So you can actually organize all of these if there's something that you want to look at. What was the biggest position, or what was the most recent time? So this is actually in military time, so you guys got to get caught up on that military. So you can organize them by that or expiration date. There's so many different things that we can do here. I really love what Tiblio has. I think this is one of my favorite screeners now. The market is actually closed right now, but I just want to go through just a basic of how I would go about looking at this position. I'm just going to pick a random one. MS by the 97.0 call gives us the expiration date and everything like that. Okay, so the first thing that I would do is, and I'm actually gonna come over here. Everything's gonna be kind of blank right now because the market is closed. I'm gonna type in the stock. Okay, this is Morgan Stanley. Okay, and actually the first thing that I would wanna do is to look at the market index. So the overall market index, that's just gonna kind of give you an idea of what's going on in the market. So this is Webull, it's just gonna show you the top 3, and this is going to be S&P 500, Dow Jones, and NASDAQ. So we already see that the market overall is bullish today. So that's the first thing that I would want to check out, the actual market index that's going on for the day. The next thing I'm going to do is look at the stock from a bird's eye view. So here you can check on the day chart or the week chart. It's just going to give you a further look of what's actually going on. I see month chart. Yes, this is pretty good. You can start with the month, then you can move into the week and everything like that. One thing that I do, and it says that this is a call, one thing that I do like about it, just even looking at the indicators, our RSI is pretty low right now at 43. So, I mean, that's kind of a good indication that it could move back up. I am kind of liking the MACD indicator, and yeah, I kind of want to see what happens with this going into tomorrow. But going to the actual options page, I'm going to go ahead and click on calls. I know that's what we're looking at. Here are strike prices, and let's make sure we're in the correct expiration date. So the expiration date is March the 18th. So let's go here, and we're doing the $97 call. Okay, that's really not that bad. Almost about $200. The open interest, it's a little bit low, honestly, for this one. Volume is really high though. This was very active today. When the option volume is higher than the open interest, that's a really good play, because honestly, looking at this, I would probably want to go with the 97.5 just because it has a higher open interest, but this one looks like a good play too. That's kind of how I would go about looking at that. I would first of all check the index of the overall market. How is the mood of the market? Then I would go and look at the actual stock price. Always start from further back. Check out your indicators, check out the RSI, MACD, check out the volume. We can move to the actual options page and check out the volume and the open interest, and then you can make a decision of whether or not this is something that you would be interested, in trading. That's pretty much how I go about that process. Now, a lot of these trades are definitely going to end up being profitable at some time or another, but there are other important things that you have to keep in mind when you're determining if you want to follow the options flow or not. For example, the larger trades, so somebody spent 24 million here. They might have a different risk tolerance level than we do. If you're spending $24 million on a position right now, their risk is probably going to be a lot higher than mine. Another thing to keep in mind is we don't know these traders trading plans, meaning where would they place their stop loss to get out of this position, or, you know, where is their target profit. We just see that they made a position, a large one. Always create your own trading plan before you get into these positions, and you can do that with technical analysis and looking at the stock chart. So you can set your stop loss possibly 20% below where you entered, or slightly below a recent support level or something like that. And then as far as your target, hey, to the moon, baby, to the moon. No, but you can use resistance points and things like that. So make sure to trade safely and always have a plan. Keep a stop loss. Check out the stock chart on the individual chart as well as the larger indexes or a collection of stocks, and you should be good. So that's pretty much it for this video, but make sure that you guys check out this video that I posted on doing breakout trades. So this is definitely one of my favorite ways to trade. We talk about it all the time in the Discord group. So make sure that you guys check out that video so you can get some more information on this trading strategy. Yeah, make sure you check out that pressure. All right.